I'm lonely. Jack and Kieran are shooting Jad out too, so they're out early, they're back late, the rest of the time they're unconscious, and whenever they have some time free, they kind of just want to do their own thing. So I'm lonely. Fortunately, Walk This Way got in touch with me. They're a service that bring together the very tip-top best in European cinema on demand, and they said, do you want to have a look at our latest collection? And I said, yes please. They sent me a home box which had inside it an Apple TV so I could watch the movies, and 2 packets of popcorn, which was a slap in the face because you know I'm lonely. I'd never heard of any of these movies, and that's a real shame because they all look absolutely fantastic. Global Player is a German comedy drama. That's the one I picked to watch. It's about a family business in a kind of civil war. The younger family members, they want to modernise and globalise, and the sort of post-war hardened patriarch is afraid of how necessary his business is going to be in the modern world and about losing the soul of his business. It's very timely. It's wonderfully shot, very funny, and tremendously German. The lead performance by Walter Schultheis, I don't think I've pronounced that right, is very funny and touchingly human. I think what happens in the modern world is we see our political differences especially, and then we have trouble seeing beyond them and finding the human behind them, and this film really does sort of make you understand both sides of this argument. This is a personal family story, which is my favourite kind of story, and so I was naturally drawn to this one, and I absolutely loved it. And as I said, it's a bit of a shame that I wouldn't have ordinarily gone and seen this movie, because we learn so much about the world around us through the media we consume. So the fact that there's a group out there trying to get high quality, challenging, thoughtful cinema from all over Europe as easily accessible as possible, a couple of clicks on Google Play or iTunes, is absolutely brilliant. And all this got me thinking about how we take on recommendations for things we might like. I mean, I work in a bookshop, so most of my job is customers asking me to recommend them something, which is really easy. I just give them a copy of Janet Jackson's True You and then run away. But whenever I recommend something, I'm always conscious that it is a personal decision, so I always try and finish with, but that's just me, if you don't like it, feel free to come back and kick me. No one has taken me up on that offer yet, so there's an author, I don't know if you've heard of him, John Green's quite niche. Anyway, he has a quote that says, you cannot invent an algorithm that is as good at recommending a book as a bookseller, which I subscribe to completely because I take my recommendations from the people who know their field best. Still flawed though, my favourite film critic is Mark Kermode. I always want to know what he's got to say about films, whether I agree with him or not, and even he has questions to raise about the validity of film criticism as recommendation and what place critics have in helping us pick the cinema that we want to see. In this book, he says your response to a movie will always be, first and foremost, just that, your response, which I think is absolutely true. Later in that same paragraph, he does extol the comic virtues of farting, so I can't give him too much credit because flatulence is never funny. I implore you, wannabe comedy writers, if you ever find yourself writing a joke that is related to farts or, God forbid, bowel movements, please put the script away and book a holiday immediately. But it's true, film is subjective, and what works for me might not work for you. I don't like Drive, for instance, which led to a very frosty week in my house, I can tell you. But I don't see not enjoying a movie as a bad thing. I think we learn just as much from movies we don't enjoy as we do from films that we love. They shape your creative vision. It helps filmmakers know what they want to avoid, and it also helps you appreciate good work even better. At best, you've seen a fascinating work by an artist that moves you to your very core, and at worst, you've seen a movie, and that's something I'm never going to apologise for. The list of movies that Walk This Way have brought together is so interesting, and I genuinely think, cliché alert, there's something for everyone, so I'm going to read you a list of the ones available right now. There's obviously Global Player, but also Body, Harmony Lessons, The Girl with Nine Wings, and Life in a Fishbowl, which was Iceland's official pick for entry to the Academy Awards. They're all from award-winning directors, and also there are other movies that are available throughout Europe for other countries, so if you don't live in the UK, have a look on their blog, which I'm going to link in the description below, and see what's available for you. You can see the full list of movies available throughout Europe, and also you can check out trailers and synopsises. You can see what the movies are about. I know a bunch of you are movie fans, and nothing gives me more of a kick than seeing you ask at gatherings or meetups, seeing you ask questions of my friends about filmmaking and how you can get started in your career. My 2 cents, for whatever it's worth, just watch as much film as you can, because there's nothing like sitting down and watching some other incredibly talented people do their craft well to make you think about yours. Thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I really hope you enjoy all the great movies Walk This Way has to offer. I will see you next time. Right now I'm going to go and finish that second bag of popcorn.